Your check engine light just came on. The dealer wants $150 just to plug in the scanner. But your Wrangler already has 10 factory resets built into it that clear the same codes, recalibrate the same sensors, and cost you absolutely nothing. I've used these in my shop for years. Here's every single one. And number 1 unlocks dealer-level tools from your phone. Number 10. Battery disconnect reset. Your Wrangler is idling rough. Check engine light popped on out of nowhere. The transmission feels drunk at every stop sign. And you are already Googling how much a new TCM costs. Stop. Put your phone down and grab a 10mm wrench instead. Disconnect the negative battery cable. Never touch the positive first. On most Wranglers, the battery sits under the hood on the passenger side, so this takes about 45 seconds. Leave the cable off for 30 minutes. If the transmission is the problem, leave it a full hour because the TCM holds on to learned behavior longer than any other module in the Wrangler. While the cable is disconnected, press the brake pedal 10 to 15 times. Hit the horn a couple times too. This drains leftover power from the capacitors and wipes the adaptive memory across the ECM, TCM, and ABS modules. Everything goes back to the factory baseline. Reconnect the cable. Start the Wrangler with everything turned off. AC off, blower off, radio off. Now go drive 20 to 30 miles. Mix it up. The city stops, highway pulls. Some idle time at a parking lot. Every module is relearning fuel trims, idle speed, throttle position, and shift points from a clean slate. A 2017 JK came through my shop with a P0300 random misfire code. The owner had already replaced plugs and coils, spent over $500 chasing it. I disconnected the battery, drained the capacitors, and sent him on a relearn drive. Codes never came back. The ECM had been adapting around a ghost fault for months. $0 fixed what $500 in parts could not. But that was easy compared to what comes next. Result: clears stored faults, resets all adaptive learning, fixes rough idle and erratic shifting. Cost: 0. Number 9. Throttle body clean and idle relearn. Your Wrangler hunts at stoplights. The idle bounces between 600 and 1,000 revolutions per minute, like it cannot make up its mind. The throttle feels lazy off the line, and there is a hesitation every time you press the gas from a dead stop. Sound familiar? You are not alone because I see this problem on Wranglers with the 3.6-liter Pentastar and the older 3.8 almost every single week. Pull the intake hose off. On the JK, you need an 8mm socket for the clamp. JL, same thing. Now look inside the throttle body bore. You will see a ring of black carbon caked around the throttle plate. That buildup has been choking your airflow for years, and the computer has been working overtime to compensate for it. Hold the throttle plate open gently. Wipe the bore and the plate edges with throttle body cleaner and a lint-free cloth. Do not spray directly on sensors. Do not use anything abrasive. A few passes and the difference between the clean side and the dirty side tells the whole story. Now the idle relearn. Let the engine warm to full operating temperature. Idle for 10 minutes with nothing pulling the load. Turn the AC off, blower off, everything off. Then switch the AC on and idle another 10 minutes. The ECU recalibrates idle air control, and the idle drops in and holds perfectly steady. I have done this on Wranglers that ran rough for 4 or 5 months. Owners were convinced the throttle body motor was shot. It was carbon buildup and an ECU that forgot what normal felt like. 10 minutes of work and $10 in cleaner. You feel the difference the second you pull out of the driveway. And this next one? This is the reset that saves Wrangler owners from getting towed. Result: smooth idle, no stumble at lights, sharper throttle response. Cost: $10 for the cleaner. Number 8. Electronic throttle control reset. You are driving down the highway and out of nowhere the lightning bolt symbol lights up on the dash. The Wrangler drops into limp mode. You are stuck doing 20 miles per hour with cars flying past you and your hazards on. Your heart rate is through the roof, and you are already calculating the tow bill in your head. Do not call the tow truck yet. Pull over somewhere safe. Turn the ignition on, but do not start the engine. Wait for the warning lights to cycle off. Now press the accelerator pedal to the floor as slowly as you possibly can. I am talking grandma speed. All the way down. Then release it at the same painfully slow rate. Turn the Jeep off. Wait 10 seconds. Start it back up. This resets the throttle position sensor calibration. The ETC system on Wranglers is one of the most sensitive systems in the entire vehicle. A weak battery, a voltage fluctuation, even a corroded ground wire can throw the lightning bolt and kill your power. This reset tells the PCM to relearn the full range of throttle movement from scratch. A buddy of mine had his 2015 JK throw the lightning bolt twice in 1 month. Dealer quoted $250 to recalibrate. He did this reset in his driveway both times. The light has not come back in over a year. And the dealer never mentioned this free fix, because they make $250 every time they run the procedure on their scan tool. 7 out of 10 times this reset handles it. If the light keeps coming back, there is a real issue underneath, but always try the free fix first. Result: clears ETC lightning bolt, exits limp mode, recalibrates throttle. Cost: 0. Number 7. Oil life monitor reset. You just changed the oil in your driveway, or the shop did it and forgot to clear the reminder. Now the oil change light is staring at you every time you start the Wrangler, and it will not go away. Leaving it on is not just annoying. The computer tracks engine hours, temperature cycles, and driving habits to calculate when the oil actually needs changing. A stale reminder throws off that entire calculation. You could get the next warning 2,000 miles early, or worse, 2,000 miles too late. For the JK, 2007 through 2018, ignition to on without starting the engine. Press the accelerator to the floor 3 times within 10 seconds. Slow and deliberate, not frantic stomping. Each press needs to go all the way down and come all the way back up. Turn the ignition off. Start the engine. Oil life resets to 100%. For the JL, 2018 and newer, press the start-stop button twice without your foot on the brake. Use the steering wheel arrows to navigate to oil life. Hold the OK button until it flips to 100%. Turn off and restart to confirm. A Wrangler owner I met at a trail ride had his 2020 JL showing an oil change warning for 6 straight months because nobody at the shop knew the push-button procedure. He genuinely thought the engine had an oil problem, a 30-second reset that never got done. But the next one on this list? That is the one that drives Wrangler owners absolutely crazy. Result: eliminates false oil warnings, keeps your service schedule accurate. Cost: 0. Quick side note, everything I'm talking about in this video is part of a full system. I actually put it all together in my Jeep longevity guide, step by step, so you're not guessing or missing anything that could cost you later. The link is in the description below. Number 6. TPMS tire pressure reset. Tire pressure light is on. You checked all 4 tires. Pressure is perfect. The light will not budge. And you are about 2 days away from putting electrical tape over that section of the dash. Before you cover it up, check the spare. The Wrangler's spare tire has a TPMS sensor too, and a low spare keeps the warning light on even after you fix everything else. That one detail is the #1 reason TPMS resets fail on Wranglers, and almost nobody thinks to check it. Inflate all 4 tires, plus the spare, to the exact pressure on the door jamb sticker. Not the sidewall number, the door jamb. Now here's the trick. The Wrangler does not have a TPMS reset button. It uses auto relearn. But if the sensors went to sleep after sitting for a while, or after a tire rotation, you need to wake them up. Inflate every tire 3 psi over the correct pressure. Then deflate slightly below. Then reinflate to the exact correct number. This pressure swing forces each sensor to transmit fresh data to the computer. Drive above 15 miles per hour for 20 minutes, and the system recalibrates. One thing to know. On JL models made after June 2021, Jeep switched from Schrader to Continental sensors. If you swapped wheels with the wrong brand of sensor, no amount of resetting will ever fix it. But always try the free method first. TPMS sensor batteries last 7 to 10 years, so if your Wrangler is older than 2015 and the light keeps coming back, a dead battery is probably the answer. Result: clears phantom tire pressure warnings after rotations, wheel swaps, or sitting for a while. Cost, 0. Number 5. Power window auto relearn. One touch window stopped working. You have to hold the button the entire time the window moves. And for something so small, it makes you unreasonably angry every single day. Over 200,000 Wranglers sell in the US every year. A huge percentage of those owners pull the doors off for trail rides and summer driving. That means the window control module loses its reference points constantly. Without knowing where fully open and fully closed are, the module disables the auto function as a safety precaution. Roll the window all the way down. Keep holding the button 5 extra seconds after it hits the bottom. Now pull the button up and hold it all the way to the top. Keep holding 5 more seconds after it reaches the top. Release. Test the one touch. Done. The module just relearned its range of motion. 3 minutes per window. 0 tools. 0 trips to the dealer. Result: one touch auto up and down restored. Cost, 0. Number 4. Uconnect infotainment master reset. Screen frozen. Bluetooth drops every call. CarPlay connects, then disconnects 30 seconds later. The backup camera takes forever to load. You are ready to rip the entire head unit out and throw it in the trail. Try the soft reset first. Press and hold the volume knob and the tuning knob at the same time for 10 to 20 seconds. On some JL models, you can also hold mute and browse together until the screen goes black. The system reboots. No settings lost. This fixes about half of all Uconnect problems right there. If the soft reset fails, go to Settings, General, Master Reset. It wipes everything. Paired phones, saved addresses, radio presets, all gone. Let it run for 5 to 10 minutes. The screen goes dark and restarts on its own. Repair your phone through Bluetooth after. For really stubborn problems, combine the master reset with the battery disconnect from method 10 immediately afterward. That forces every module to reinitialize together and clears anything buried in the system. A 2021 JL owner fought with CarPlay dropping for 4 months. Dealer updated the Uconnect software twice. Nothing worked. Master reset plus battery disconnect. Fixed the same day. 0 cost versus 2 dealer visits at $150 each. And we are about to get into the 3 resets that changed everything for the Wrangler owners I work with. Result: eliminates screen freezes, Bluetooth drops, navigation glitches, camera delays. Cost, 0. Number 3. Steering angle sensor reset. Stability control light on. Traction control acting erratic. ESP-BAS warning glowing on the dash. After a lift kit, a drag link adjustment, a tire rotation, or a nasty pothole on the trail, this is one of the most common warning lights on Wranglers. The steering angle sensor tells the stability control system where the dead center is. When that reference point drifts, the computer thinks you are turning when you are going straight, and it lights up every warning it has. Manual method first. Flat surface. Engine running. Turn the steering wheel all the way left until it stops. Hold 3 seconds. All the way right. Hold 3 seconds. Center the wheel. Shut the engine off. Wait 30 seconds. Restart. On the JK, the lights often clear immediately. On the JL, the manual method does not always work. That is where the JSCAN app and a $25 OBD2 adapter come in. JSCAN zeroes the steering angle through the ABS module. One forum member paid a dealer $100 to diagnose a steering angle issue. The dealer called it a hardware failure and quoted parts. He bought JSCAN. Zeroed the sensor in 2 minutes. Codes never came back. The dealer misdiagnosed a calibration issue as broken hardware. Every time you get an alignment or adjust the drag link, do this reset in the parking lot before you leave. Most shops charge extra for it. Result: stability control and traction control restored. ESP-BAS cleared. Cost: 0 manually, $25 with JSCAN. Number 2. OBD2 code clear and relearn drive cycle. Check engine light on. You have no idea what the code says, and the anxiety of not knowing is already worse than whatever the actual problem is. A basic OBD2 scanner costs $20 to $30. The port is under the dash on the driver's side near the steering column. Plug it in. Turn ignition on without starting the engine. The scanner powers up and connects. Read all the codes. Write them down or photograph the screen before you clear anything. This step is critical. If you clear without recording, You just destroyed the evidence and you are starting from zero. Clear the codes. Now drive 20 to 30 miles. Mix the conditions. 5 full stops from 50 miles per hour. Highway cruising. 10 minutes of idle. The ECU runs self-tests during this cycle and checks every system. If the light stays off after that drive, the repair is held. If it comes back, the problem is still active. And knowing that saves you the $150 diagnostic fee a shop would charge to tell you the exact same thing. The P0456 evap system small leak is the most common code on Wranglers, and 9 out of 10 times it is a loose gas cap. A $30 scanner would have told you that before you spent a penny at the shop. Got a check engine light on right now? Grab a scanner, read the code, and post it in the comments. I will help you figure it out. Result: identify codes yourself, confirm repairs, eliminate false warning lights. Cost: $20 to $30 for the scanner. You keep it forever. Number 1. JSCAN, dealer level resets at home. You have done every method on this list, and your Wrangler still does not feel right. The idle is a hair off. The shifts are a little abrupt. Throttle response is not where it should be after you clean the throttle body. The TPMS will not cooperate after a wheel swap. This is the method that fixes what nothing else can touch. And honestly, it is the single best money you will ever spend on your Wrangler. JSCAN is an app that runs on your phone. Pair it with a $25 ELM327 Bluetooth OBD2 adapter. Plug the adapter into the port under the dash and connect through the app. For JL Wranglers, you also need a security gateway bypass module, about $60 and 10 minutes to install. Jeep added a digital lock in 2018 that blocks third-party tools from writing to the modules. Once connected, JSCAN shows you every module in the Wrangler, and what it can do is insane. After cleaning the throttle body, JSCAN forces a true PCM-commanded idle relearn, not just an idle procedure you hope works, but a real computer-directed recalibration. After installing a new battery, JSCAN resets the battery management system so the alternator charges using the correct profile. Without this, the alternator keeps charging based on the old battery's degraded profile. That is how new batteries die in 18 months instead of lasting 5 years. JSCAN adjusts TPMS thresholds. Running 35-inch tires at lower pressure for the trail? Set whatever trigger PSI you want. No more flashing lights every time you air down. It recalibrates the speedometer after a tire size change. Adjusts gear ratio settings. Reads and clears codes from every module in the vehicle. Engine, transmission, ABS, steering column, body control. All of them. One JL owner on the forum spent 6 months fighting harsh shifts after a transmission fluid change. The TCM had built shift maps around contaminated fluid over 60,000 miles. He used JSCAN to wipe the transmission adaptive tables completely. Not the partial reset from method 10, a full wipe. The transmission relearned from zero on a vehicle that was finally running correctly. He said it drove like the day he bought it. Jeep already built every one of these tools into your Wrangler. They just did not give you the key. JSCAN is that key. It runs the same functions a dealer uses with their $5,000 scan tool. You are not modifying anything. You are using what Jeep already put there and left locked behind a $150 per hour service counter. Result: forced idle relearn, full transmission adaptive reset, battery management reset, TPMS threshold control, speedometer calibration, steering angle 0, complete module code access. Cost: $25 adapter, $25 app, $60 security bypass on JL models. 10 resets that cost you nothing but save you hundreds in dealer fees. Pick one right now and try it before your next drive. Then drop a comment telling me which problem it fixed. I read every single one. And if you want more Wrangler insights, hit subscribe. See you next time.